Hello, I'm Ian and welcome to the Dividend Chief. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my current ETF dividend portfolio, exactly what I own, and more importantly, why I own it. Just a very quick reminder, I am not a financial advisor and this is certainly not advice. I'm simply documenting my own journey and sharing what hopefully will work for me long term. Now, in terms of my portfolio philosophy, my portfolio is built around one core goal, and that is long term, reliable dividend income. I'm not trying to beat the markets, trade short term, or chase the highest yield. I want something that's diversified, simple, and sustainable over many years, and I believe the six ETFs I've chosen gives me that. Everything I do invest sits inside a UK stocks and shares ISA, so all dividends and growth are tax free. Now, as you can see here on screen, those are the six ETFs that I'm invested in. I'm just going to quickly go run through them. Not going to spend a huge amount of time, but just give you some sort of idea why I'm invested in those particular ETFs. And the first one is the VHYL, which is a global high dividends ETF. This is really the foundation of my portfolio. It holds thousands of dividend paying companies from all around the world, and it gives me broad global exposure. I particularly like this ETF because it's boring, and boring is good in investment terms. It's designed to be stable, diversified, and reliable. Everything I'm looking for. Second on my list is the GLDV, which focuses on the global dividend aristocrats, companies with a history of paying and maintaining dividends. I see this as a quality filter in my portfolio. It helps balance out some of the higher yield holdings and adds a bit of long term stability. Third on the list is the SDIV, which is a high yield global dividend ETF. This one pays monthly, which I really like from a motivation and cash flow point of view. That said, it does carry more risk, which is why I've capped it of a smaller percentage on the portfolio. It will be set at 15%. For me, the SDIV is an income tool, not a growth engine. Fourth on the list is the IEMD, which basically gives me exposure to the emerging market dividend payers. This adds geographical diversification and long term growth potential, even though it can be more volatile in the short term. I'm happy to accept the volatility for the long term benefits. The fifth ETF is the IUKD, which focuses on UK dividend paying companies. This gives me some home market exposure and strong dividend income from well-known UK businesses. And finally, the sixth ETF is the IUKP, which gives me to the exposure to the UK property through REITs. This adds another layer of diversification and income that's different from regular shares. Now, when I've put all these ETFs together, I believe it gives me global diversification, monthly and quarterly income. There's not a month that I will not have a dividend throughout the year, which is very important for motivation for me. A mix of yield and quality, and it's a portfolio that I feel comfortable holding for many years. I don't plan to change constantly or constantly change the portfolio. I believe from the research I've done, the real work happens through time, consistency, reinvest in dividends, and invest in more capital. And that's what I plan to do. All dividends in the early years will be reinvested automatically because that's a feature on Trading 212. My plan going forward is to invest £200 per week into my stocks ISA, which will then directly go in these percentages into the 6 ETFs. So just over 10 grand a year. So this portfolio will evolve quite quickly. However, the overall strategy will remain the same. And that strategy is to get as much dividends as possible coming through each month, each year, etc. If you're interested in following my journey, which will include the good and the bad, feel free to like and subscribe to the Dividend Chief. And finally, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next update. Cheers.